Hey guys and gals, let's build the Santa Claus by LEGO Creator. Set number 30580 contains 69 bricks. So we have a Santa Claus skiing down a slope. And this was provided to me by my mom. She saw this in one of the big box stores and thought I would enjoy putting this together. So thank you kindly, Mom, for giving me this set. So now we are going to unbox this and see what the parts are. We're going to build it and then we're going to do a quick review. And yes, I review gifts. Okay, at least this is an older set. I think it was released this year. I don't know. I don't really look that stuff up if it's a gift. So here we have ourselves a sheet of paper with instructions. And everybody knows when I do these builds I kind of do storytelling and stuff, so that's pretty much what I do on these. And let's take a look at the parts here. Well, get some dark blue 1x6 plates, some 1x3 bricks with bow, 1x3 plates. Oh, some of these upwards 1x1x1x1 angular plates. And one of these Technic bricks, Technic beams with a 1x2 plate. I was actually looking for these in that color and I actually have them. I also got a couple of these 1x3 bricks with bow and sand yellow. Oh wow, a 2x3 slope. Well, you don't see these very often in modern sets, and I do need a few of these 1x3 jumper plates. I don't know if I need this color and such. And oh, 1x2 yellow green brick and some brittle brown arches. Got to be careful with those. And some, I found out pearl gold is becoming brittle gold, so I'm going to call it brittle gold. So it looks like these are for the skis, or the poles for the skis. And some half studs. We got some eyes, some printed eyes, 1x2 plates. I thought that was a seat, but no, that's an upwards 1x2x2x2 angular plate. Some inverted 45-degree slopes. Some bricks with bow, 1x1 bricks, a holder, 3x3 plates. I'm starting to use these more in prototyping for MOCs. So yeah, looks pretty cool. Let's get building. Okay. Oh, I almost lost the instructions. Matter of fact, where did I put those? So there they are. Okay, so let's start with step number 1, of course. So yeah, I've been pretty busy. You know, I just finally wrapped up work. Now I'm off, and now I can just relax and stuff. And well, everybody's, well, family and friends and work gave me a parting gift, so I'm kind of under the weather right now. Great way to spend your time off. The problem is it plays a role on my breathing, so I've just been kind of relaxing lately, and I think it's just because of work and stuff, but I'm glad to have all that done. And, you know, let's put that there. Alright, so we have a red 1x1 plate. All right. Yeah, so everyone be prepared. I'm going to be doing a lot of reviews on this channel. It's, you know, I said I was never going to be doing so many reviews. Sometimes you just can't help it, so I'm going to be doing tons of those. I'm still going to be doing the weekly tutorials. So don't like, oh, he's going to abort and and not do those tutorials. No, I'm still doing tutorials. I got a huge backlog I got to get done. So don't think that I've just blew it all off here. And it's all about scrounging up time to do them. So yeah, I'm gonna be at my parents' for Thanksgiving. Well, by the time this is released, we've already passed that. But I will be kind of just hanging out there and just being glad I don't have to deal with work-related stuff for a while. And for those who still don't know or kind of question on things, no, YouTube is not my job. You know, I'm debating though if I should make a video explaining what my job is. It'd probably bore a lot of people though. Alright, we got a sub-step. So I've been doing these in my own manuals and stuff, not too bad. Matter of fact, I got the color down pat too. I even do the double arrows too. And the thing with writing up my own manuals is that I can preserve my own builds. And matter of fact, I've been kind of slaying away so hard that I've actually got, I thought that was a 1x2, it's a 1x1. One of my big large houses pretty much backed up as a building guide. I don't know if I'll have it published by the time this is released because it's big. It's right now I just got done with 65% of it. I'm working on the second floor, so kind of narrows it down a little bit. And it's not really, these building guides are not hard to write up, they're just time consuming. And I've just kind of, more and more I want to lean towards doing printed guides. And I always thought I would never say this, but you know, video tutorials are starting to get pretty outdated for their time. I mean, how did Lego do this stuff? They do it on a computer, right? You know, we have software that we can do this stuff now. And the reason why I did video tutorials, not only to back up my own ideas, but you know, to share them with everybody else. And the problem with the video tutorials is they take up a lot of space on my media server. So I just, you know, I'm slowly converting everything over to PDF, which is a lot easier than, like if this was a tutorial, you'd have to actually put all the steps together. And no, I know some of you guys out there, well, most of you want me to do piano music and a speed build. Well, I don't do those. They don't do me any good. So I just can't get into those. I put that together. I need to put this on here. So I'm happy now that my workload is done. But now I got time to focus on the Lego stuff. Kind of just start filming a bunch of these projects. And for those who don't know, I try to film all these tutorials and stuff when I have time off. You know, sometimes I just don't have that kind of time. I mean, there's a YouTuber out there that literally tells you how to make this your job. I made that mistake with computer programming. Computer programming was essentially my hobby back in the day. And what happened to that was, well, you started doing side jobs. Then your main job gets whiff of what you're doing, and then they're like, hey, we'll hire you for this. So you start doing that more and more, and pretty soon everybody wants you to write up a program for them, and then it's just, it kind of gets to the point of, you know, where that it became a job. And I don't want Lego to do that. I know some people put me under pressure on here, you know, you need to do this tutorial or that tutorial. I can't do those, I'm sorry. You know, I mean, you can make a suggestion, and I always log and account for suggestions, but I can't build everything. I'm kind of going out of sequence here. But for me, though, I want to, this is a way to get away from screen time, you know, except for the screen on the camera. but for me personally, this is just meant to get away from the computer and brittle brown, please don't break, so that's how it goes, like that. That's basically why I do Lego mostly now, is just to get away from the screen. Alright. Now, so far I've been putting this together. It's obviously easy. Second, it's not really a bad build, and I enjoy doing these bright, colorful sets. I mean, some people want the really hard ones, and especially the ones with the vomit colors. And I'm not really into those type of sets. I just kind of like, yeah, that went all the way on there. I didn't want that to, I don't want to commit to it. But oh, I said a bad word. I got to be careful. I may have to filter that out. But you know, I know some of my own MOCs use some pretty subtle colors, but when you get something, it's just looks like somebody vomited all over it. It's just not fun. Like especially when you get the tans and the browns all together. You know, without any other colors. Yep, and I'm starting to yawn. Just basically I had a rough week. And it's kind of a funny little hat. So, okay, I thought these were teeth. No, we're just using these type of angular plates here for the beard. For those of you who watch these reviews, they're very important, especially the new stuff, because the stuff that Lego sends me, if you put a comment in the video, I can just say, hey Lego, people are happy or they're not happy with the Lego set you made. You know, that's pretty much how it is. When they're sets like this, they're given to me as a gift. I don't tell them about these because they didn't send it to me. And that's it. So that didn't take too long. Here's some of the pieces. So you get a stud and an eye, well, a couple studs, eyes, a plate, and slopes and stuff like that. So just a little bit of knickknacks here and there. And let's take a look. So indeed, it does look like he's actually going down pretty fast. He's hunched over. And the bag kind of just, well, it does that. So maybe that's the trunk, huh? Maybe that's how we put the bag and stuff in there. And yeah, I mean, it was a very delightful, quick, easy build. It wasn't something you have to spend hours on, no troubleshooting or anything like that. I have a second channel that I usually post the really lengthy ones, complete builds of sets. If you're interested, it's called Archives of J. I'm going to change the name of that eventually to something else. I'll have a link in the description if you're interested. If you're interested in the live builds and stuff. Well, live builds mean they're complete builds, like what we just did here with story time and all that stuff, except, well, we're there for hours, not just for a few minutes. Yeah, so, okay, so now let's get to the review. I mean, it's a nice set. Was it easy to put together? Obviously, yes. Could this be dropped in a Lego City? I mean, it is self-contained, but it would just look out of place in a city. It's just kind of blocky, unless you use it as a lawn decoration, you know. You know, could this be added to a MOC? Most definitely, because it is standalone. Yeah, it was a very relaxing build. There's really not a whole lot to say about Santa Claus, but this would be a great little gift for maybe a young builder, somebody who's getting into it. And is there any useful parts for MOCs in here? Some of the bricks, maybe these arches if they don't break, And you got the bowels, printed eyes. I got billions of those. And these angular pieces, I never could really find a use for those yet, so I'm going to have to try. Of course, these golden rods. Yep, and I'm yawning. That means I'm getting tired. And so this was a bedside build tonight, and pretty much that's what it is. But honestly, though, tell me what you think. Is this something that you may want to build for yourself, give it as a gift? Actually, this would make a great stocking stuffer, so I really don't have anything bad about it. It's just basically just something that you would set on a shelf for the holidays.